years. For almost half a century, that's been true. It's driven the increase in computing power on our desktops and made things like smartphones small and more computing power into the same small space. Well, recently several companies have announced breakthroughs that, if they pan out, could mean Moore's Law will remain in effect forever. For nerds of all stripes, including our own Steve Prophet, and all this talk about Moore's Law has gotten him thinking about other principles and adages. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Madeline. Yes, I've been thinking about principles like that.
What is that?
Well, you know, they're adages. They're usually named after someone. The granddaddy...
That anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Right, I think you just did. But there's a corollary, actually, to Murphy's Law. It's Murphy's Law. And that is, if you write anything criticizing someone else's editing or proofreading, there will be a fault of some kind in what you've written, a typo, whatever. So
this is what I used. Craft tack. I picked it up about $2 at the craft store. And I made 3 so far to test. And that's all I use. So it's a pretty good investment. Nice and small. Keep it in your camera bag. Basically rip off a piece. Stick it between your hands. Rub it together until it gets nice and warm and malleable. Put it in a circle. That. I'm using my 60D right now, which is what I'm actually making this project for, but I grabbed my trusty A95, which is dead, unfortunately. It had a good life though. You know, put the circle on, get a piece of foam. This is not one of the pieces of foam tested in the wind test. This is a piece of foam off of a paintbrush. And I think it may work better than the other stuff I tested. Once again, this is not the best solution to anything. An external mic or an external recorder would be a lot better idea. But this is cheap, it's dirty, and it gets it done. It takes very little room in your camera bag. The putty and materials I tried with before all get slammed into this, no room in the camera bag, and you're ready to go. I'd like to thank Top for actually coming up mostly with this idea. I have seen that other people have used Velcro. Velcro's not as good because it will stick to your camera. This just peels right off. According to the instructions, you could dab off any remaining. I haven't had any remaining. Until I can find a fuzzy teddy bear, this is what I'll be using, and I think anybody could use this in a pinch. Thank you.